World War I, Origins, Allies, Coincidences, and Technological Achievements. World War I, also known as the Great War, was a global conflict that erupted in 1914 and lasted until 1918. This essay delves into the origins of the war, the alliances formed, the remarkable coincidences that occurred, and the technological achievements made by both sides during this unprecedented conflict. Origins of the war. The origins of World War I can be traced back to a complex web of political, economic, and territorial tensions among major powers. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary by a Serbian nationalist in June 1914 served as the spark that ignited the conflict. The subsequent diplomatic failures and entangled alliances led to a rapid escalation of hostilities. Allies and ententes. As the war unfolded, two major alliances emerged. The Allies, initially composed of France, Russia, and Britain, later expanded to include numerous other nations such as Italy, Japan, and the United States. On the other side, the Central Powers consisted of Germany, Austria-Hungary, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. These alliances formed due to shared interests, historical rivalries, and mutual defense agreements. Remarkable coincidences. Throughout the war, a series of coincidences had profound impacts on the conflict's outcome. One such example was the assassination of Archduke Ferdinand, which occurred on June 28, 1914, coinciding with Serbia's National Day. This convergence of events heightened nationalistic fervor and provided a pretext for Austria-Hungary's declaration of war on Serbia. Another coincidence unfolded on the Eastern Front, where Russian forces launched an offensive against Germany just as Germany was preparing its own offensive against France. This diversion of German troops from the Western Front allowed the Allies to regroup and mount a counteroffensive during the Battle of the Marne in September 1914, preventing a swift German victory. Technological achievements. World War I witnessed significant technological advancements that revolutionized warfare. Both sides developed and employed new weapons and tactics to gain an advantage on the battlefield. Some notable technological achievements during the war include trench warfare. The war's static nature led to the widespread use of trench warfare. Elaborate systems of trenches, barbed wire, and fortifications stretched across the Western Front, resulting in a stalemate for much of the conflict. Artillery. Artillery played a crucial role in World War I, with both sides utilizing increasingly powerful and accurate guns. Long-range artillery bombardments devastated the landscape and decimated troops, shaping the course of battles. Poison gas. Chemical warfare emerged as a horrifying innovation during World War I. Chlorine, phosgene, and mustard gas were deployed, causing immense suffering and prompting the development of gas masks. Aircraft. Aviation technology rapidly evolved during the war. Initially used for reconnaissance, aircraft later engaged in dogfights and conducted bombing raids, establishing the foundations for modern aerial warfare. Tanks. Tanks, armored vehicles capable of crossing trenches and withstanding gunfire, made their debut during World War I. While early models were crude, they marked the birth of armored warfare and influenced future military strategies. Submarines. The development of submarines, particularly by Germany, posed a significant threat to naval forces. U-boats targeted merchant ships, leading to the implementation of convoys and new anti-submarine tactics. World War I, originating from a myriad of political and territorial tensions, witnessed the formation of complex alliances and resulted in a series of remarkable coincidences that shaped the course of the conflict. Additionally, the technological achievements made by both sides profoundly impacted the nature of warfare, introducing devastating new weapons and tactics.